Welcome to Concern for the Girl Child's Empowering Voices podcast. Today's topic is parenting teenagers. My name is Flavia Komgawe Moviru, and with me here I have a parent to one of our girls. I will let her to introduce herself.
My name is Anna Tinka. I'm a mother of four. One of them is a beneficiary here at CGC. Thank you for hosting me on this podcast.
Can you tell us a bit about yourself and your family?
Thank you very much. I'm a single mother of four. 30, 27, 18, and 4. I have 3 girls and 1 boy. One of the girls, she's a beneficiary here at CGC.
What are some of the joys and challenges you've experienced in raising teenagers?
Yeah, the biggest challenge I had as a single mother raising teenagers, it was like talking to them. You know, when you are a woman alone with no husband, it's hard. Like the voice of a woman is not stronger than a voice of a man. A mother, you will talk and talk, sometimes they don't listen. But when the father talks, maybe he talks once. For we talk, but which is not good sometimes. You talk, get headache. Because I had a daughter, she was in senior 6 and I was like, please study hard, do this. When you leave home, you won't find her there. So it was breaking my heart. I wanted her to study and be somewhere because I would talk to her, see, when you study tomorrow, maybe we'll live a better life. That's what I used to talk and talk and talk. So these are the challenges I face talking to them. It's not easy to raise, as a single mother, to raise a son or a daughter. It's not easy at all. And another challenge was school fees. I didn't have a stable job. I used to work as a housemaid. Today you have a job, tomorrow you don't have it. And the next day, like, you have that job. That money you're getting, you know how I used to work for Ugandans first, until I met a friend of mine who introduced me to work for white. Still, I didn't know the lifestyle of white people because I didn't know how to cook their food, how they raise their children. I didn't know anything about that. So when I learned their lifestyle, but still, I didn't earn enough money to look after my children because I had to pay rent, medical, school fees, and clothing. So that's when I decided to leave the country. A friend of mine that they told me that there are jobs in South Africa. So I left the country. I had a 1-year-old baby. So I had to go with her. By the time I left the country, my son was in first year. Chamboga had paid tuition for 1 year. Then I told him, my dear, let me go and do what? And look for more money. Because I was earning only 500. 500 rent, medical, food, clothing, and school fees also for others. And the baby, she needed milk because the father left us. And I didn't want to go in looking for him. I went to the authority. They told me to go there, but it didn't work because I didn't have money to bribe. So what a thought came in my mind. I said, no, if I keep on fighting with this man, my children won't study. Let me go and look for school fees. So I left the country and I went to South Africa. I left her in Embassy with a beneficiary here. She was 10 years old. So I had to leave and go look for food, rent, and school fees. In fact, I wanted to get more money and I buy a land. But when I got there, things were different.
Who did you leave these children with?
They left with their big sister. I left behind.
How old was the big sister?
The big sister, she was 24 years old. I left them with, 24 years old. And my son, so they were living together in one house. But when I got there, still, things didn't work out as I expected. I didn't even send a single penny because I had a baby to take care of there, and I have to rent, buy milk, pamper for her. So the money I was getting there, it wasn't even enough. So after I had stayed there for 2.5 years, then my son called me one day. I was in tears, in pain. I wanted to come back, but there was no way to come back here. I didn't have a ticket to come back. Yeah. So my son called me one day and said, "Mommy, don't worry about school fees." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Mommy, I've got a scholarship." So I felt joy in my heart. I started praising God. Then he told me, "Please, Mommy, come back home." He said, then I asked him, "You going to study where?" He told me that he's going to study in China. Then I asked him, "Where are we going to get school fees, or air ticket? And you need some pocket money?" He said, "Mommy, everything is covered. Everything is covered. Air ticket is covered, accommodation is covered, tuition is covered. Mommy, come back home." Then he told me, "Maybe wait, I'm going to look for money there. If I get a job, I send you money, buy air ticket and come back home." I said, "No, I'll find a way to come back home." After 5 months, I got a ticket, then come back here. Coming back here in Uganda, I didn't have a job. I didn't have money. But I had a strong belief that God will help me out. I didn't start crying and feeling sorry for myself. I said, now I have to be strong for my children. Though he's going to China to study, but it's not, I'm not going to send him a penny because he has to feed himself. He needs books, he needs everything. So I had to look for a job. Then I started looking for a job. It took me a year looking for a job. When I was in that household, Riani was the beneficiary here. She was completing P7. Still, I felt so sad. Say, where is the school fees going to come from for secondary? Then a friend of us told us about CDC. Then she told us it's not 100%, but try your luck. Yes. So we tried our luck and it was successful. Yeah, that was my joy. I felt so great. I started praising God. Yeah, that's how my life started. They really helped me. In fact, after like 4 months, I got a job. Yeah, I started working, buying books for her and other things they didn't, because CGC was covering the school fees, but not everything. And the little girl was also in school. So that's how I started. Yeah.
What a joy. What a joy. Amid these challenges, we always get joyful. God always makes a way. We thank the Lord. We thank the Lord. Now, Mommy, how do you maintain open communication lines with these teenagers amidst these challenges of being a single mother, father is absent?
The first thing I do, I pray. I pray, then after praying, then I talk to them. Because you can't stop talking. You have to keep on talking to them until they're mature enough to differentiate the right and wrong.
What advice would you give to parents who are just starting their journey of navigating raising the teenagers?
The advice I'm giving to the parent, don't stop talking. Don't give up on them. They are too young. They don't understand. They think sometimes that they are mature enough. They know more, but they don't. because their mind is still growing.
Wow, that was amazing. To the parents out there, don't quit talking. Keep talking and talking and talking. For more of these inspiring conversations, follow our social media handles. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until then, keep empowering voices.